Hi, my name is Sridhar Rangan. I'm the Festival Director of Kashish Mumbai International Queer Film Festival, which is having its 12th edition right now. And today we are going to be in conversation with this amazing set of young filmmakers whose films are being screened at Indian Masala Mix 1 in the first weekend of Kashish. And you must already see these films, of course. And thank you for joining in the Q&A. And we have with us Akshay Parvatkar, the director of the film The First Wedding, along with Purti, who is the lead actress of the film. Welcome, Akshay and Purti, for the conversation.
Thank you.
And we have Ram Kaushalyam Ramkrishnan from Shivnam Mohiniam joining us. And welcome, Ram. And he's joining with his music director, Neeraj Selva. Welcome, Ram and Neeraj, for the conversation.
Hi.
And we have Shivankar Arora, who is the director of the film Love Knows No Gender. Thank you, Shivankar, for joining in. And I think his colleague will be joining in very soon. And we have Sandeepan Das, who is the director of Murotra, Bouquet of Moments. Welcome, Sandeepan.
Thank you.
Okay. So thank you all for joining in at this conversation. Basically, we're going to have a very free-flowing conversation about the films per se. So Ram, I'm going to start with you. You're one of the youngest filmmaker. You're what, 19 or something now? How old are you now?
I'm 18. I turn 19 next month.
Wow. So, and you made this beautiful, beautiful film called Shivnam Mohiniam, a film in Tamil. What inspired you to make this particular film?
I actually always wanted to make a short film, and I was really worried about like the religious discrimination and other stuffs going on in India. But I'm also into this love kind of film, so I wanted to combine this toxic, like how people follow religion as a toxic culture and the beauty of love together in a film. So that's how we made this film, so that we can show how love takes over war and other things.
Wow, it's a very, very deep, deep thought per se. And you're such a young director. And did you train in filmmaking, or it just happened to be you picked up the camera and just started writing a script and made the film?
I actually love doing photography, and I've been doing it for like past 4 years, ever since I was in school. But I always wanted to explore doing films just for the sake of it. But now I can feel like how film can represent a lot of things more than a photograph. Yeah.
And how long did you take to do the film? I mean, I think you must have shot over many days because the film spans many locations per se, you know, and also it kind of combines so many different aspects of the dance performance and the two people together. There's so many layers to the whole thing. So how long did you take to conceptualize the film and shoot the film?
Actually, as I just graduated from the school while shooting the film, I couldn't ask anyone for production or anything. So we started the film with the idea that it will be a zero budget film. And most of the actors and the team that worked in the film did it for free. My music director, Neeraj, my actor, Pranav and Goan, everyone did it for free. So I couldn't hold them long for shoot. So we completed it. Was like a super tight schedule. We finished the film in like 2 days, like the entire shoot.
Wow,
yeah, but the music production and the editing and the writing part, it could have been like 8 months, I think so, overall.
Sure. Thank you for making such a beautiful film and also very qualitative. You have shot beautifully, you have edited beautifully, and the music is beautiful. Neeraj, you want to talk about the music? How did you conceptualize the music? How did you, basically, are you a trained musician or something?
Yeah, so personally, I was trained in music since my childhood, but not in terms of production. So the basics in terms of Carnatic music, where everybody usually starts here in South India. So I was trained with that, and during my college time, I got drifted away. I didn't practice or like I didn't get into much of music. So after I graduated and I started working, I got myself back into okay. I just wanted to produce music in terms of production and audio engineering. So that's how I got back into it. And this process of this particular movie, I since you were talking about the duration, I'd say that I took the longest time for composing and producing. After the completion of film, after 6 months, we got to meet personally. So before that, we have never met each other in person. So we just after writing the script, he gave it to me. So before shooting, I had the script and I started creating some soundscape to how the mood feels and everything. So the music is it was part of the script. So one of the characters, he had always had a flute with him. He's a flautist. So with that particular melody, we started the whole process and constructed the whole score of the movie around that particular melody. And the story was obviously very beautiful. So and the performances post the shoot, when he sent me the footages and everything, it was more inspiring on how to. So I took a fair amount of time to finish the whole score, but I guess it was such a very good experience for everyone involved in the project.
But did you have complete freedom to do the music, or did Ram
totally
over you?
No, nothing like that. So this was done totally virtual. So the editor was in one place, I was in Chennai. So Ram after shooting the film, he finished his school, he shot the film, and he was out of the country. So this was the first COVID wave last year. So everyone were remote, and we just had to connect through virtually, and we just finished the whole thing. So there was nothing like bossing out. There was full freedom for everyone.
Perfect. I'm going to come back to you people again very soon. Yep. So I'm going to basically ask Akshay Parvatkar, who has directed the film, The First Wedding. It's a beautiful film about Bhumi and Akash falling in love, decide to get married, and unheard of union in the world of otherwise only same-sex couples. So we are actually looking at a world which is like in the future where everybody is just same-sex loving, and straight people are considered aliens in that particular society. So what made you come up with this unique concept, Akshay?
So I think, so some of us used to gather and watch movies and discuss it online during the pandemic. So one of the movies that we watched was this movie by Woody Allen. It's called Zelig. So it's basically a mockumentary, and it's about one guy who just transforms himself to somebody who is around, like whoever is around, he transforms himself into that. So this, I got very interested in this genre of mockumentary. And after watching this movie, I thought about this, the idea of this film. This could be interesting in a scenario where the world is same-sex couples. So how do I invert what we see today? So it came out of watching that movie and really liking the form of mockumentaries.
Yeah, and Purti, what made you take up this role? It's a very taboo subject, though of course you inverted the entire subject, so it's not taboo anymore. But still, talking about same-sex love, so what is your connection with the film, and how did you come up with being part of the journey?
Well, if you see, there is nothing unnatural about the role that I play compared to the reality. So there is nothing new, but in those circumstances where the environment changes, my role becomes special. So keeping that in mind, I had to do this. And Akshay was, I knew Akshay from long before. We've been meeting, we've been discussing. And this is the concept that he came up with, and I was really interested because I consider myself an ally to the community. I research a lot, make myself literate because I want to know. I don't want to be considered as the one who doesn't know about these things. So that we do not offend the community, we have to learn and study a lot. So I was always into this, trying to research, and Akshay came up with the same concept simultaneously. So it was wonderful, and we then decided to go ahead with it.
Right. So if you know that particular book by George Orwell, 1984, your film is similar to that in a different way, of course. You know, were you inspired by that particular book or something? Have you read the book?
Maybe, I don't know. I've read it, so it might have been there in the back of my head. But the idea came after watching Woody Allen's film. I mean, that was like very clear. This thing, just after watching the movie, all of us were on a Zoom call and discussing what we liked about the film and what was interesting about it. And that was the first thought that came to my mind. Seeing the film, like, what if this is the kind of world and I make a short film about this thing? Yeah.
Perfect. So I'm going to come back to you very soon. So Sandeepan Das, your film is called Mohrotra, Bouquet of Moments. It's about Sayan and Dibu, a couple who in Kolkata. So what inspired you to make this particular film, and how long did you take to make this film? Was it shot in a few days? Did the concept take a long time to develop? Was it difficult to find actors?
Firstly, it is Muhurtora. It is a Bengali term. So in Bengali, Muhurtora means actually the English term, that is bouquet of moments. So in I never made. I am making films from 2011, but I never made any film on this topic LGBTQ or any topic themed on this. Because many of my friends, many of my close associates always said that why don't you try out on this subject? I said that when I will try out on this subject, I want to make something which people can closely relate with. And Muhurtora is all about a story which people, many people will be able to relate it. Uh, Mainly those people who call themselves straight, uh, quote unquote straight, they call themselves. So they will be able to relate to this Muhurtora. And because it is about two boys who are not the term we say that they are homosexual or they are means they are straight. Okay, so they will get married and everything they are planning. So these are two friends who meet after a long time, and they are like localites. They were localites, but after a long time they meet in a city, Kolkata, after a long time for a job interview and that. So when they meet and they share their previous experiences, and every most of the people in their childhood, in their adolescence, they come out with some kind of experiences, and that is what Muhurtora is based about. Those experiences which many people don't share, and they feel shy to share. They don't feel it important to share because now everybody is getting happily married and they are having a family, so they don't need to share this, but that stays within the mind, because two people, when they are getting attached with some feeling, with sharing some moments, and that is a long standing moment, so they know, because that's not about what others are saying, but they know that what is going within them. So that is all Muhurtora is all about. So Muhurtora is totally a moment, and it is a film which I shot on in one day. So it is a
Wow.
entire film was shot in one day. Although the processing team take a post production take a long time, because dubbing, music, everything took a long time. But the film was shot in one day because the thing was that I wrote the story. The story is about a 1.5 days. So it's a 1.5 day story. So a boy coming to Kolkata and having his interview, giving the interview and going back. And in the middle, there is some things going on, some flashback and everything is going. So that's why we shoot the film in one day. And that because two things. The first thing was the COVID situation. We cannot take risks nowadays. That how the dress will be kept, sanitization, all those things. So all the continuity, everything in a film, and especially the actors also tried to make it so that I shoot it in one day. They also asked me to shoot it in one day so that they can stay in that character and do the character with full concentration. So they don't want to lapse the concentration. So it's my pleasure to get the two actors, Pritanko Ghotok and Shubhranil Bhomi. They did a wonderful job and they're getting recognitions for that. And especially Kashish is a big recognition for me as well, because whenever I started my filming in my college days, that time I used to tell my friends that one day if I make some films on LGBT, काश मैं कशिश में जा सकता हूँ.
Thank you.
So आज मैं कशिश में आ गया. So that is the honor for me, and obviously it was hard finding actors, but I am truly blessed that I'm privileged that I got such actors and such a team to work with.
Fantastic. Thank you. And yeah, sabki kashish hai ki kashish mein rahe. And thank you for all of you for being part of Kashish family. And once you kind of join the Kashish family, you're going to live with us forever. We're going to be friends forever. We hope to promote your films across the world. So coming to Shivankar Arora, your film is called Love Knows Genders. And it's about this beautiful relationship between two women. So how did you conceptualize this particular thing? Or should I ask Shipra Arora, who is the main writer of the film? So maybe I'll start with Shipra first. What made you conceptualize this particular film, and how is the process of writing it?
Yeah, hi to all of you. I mean, thank you so much, Kashish Film Festival, for supporting this such a wonderful cause and bringing all of us together to talk to each other to begin with. I mean, my story is actually very, very simple. It was not as quirky and smart coming from Woody Allen film, or even the one you talked about. It's a very basic, simple concept about coming out, because sadly, even today, there are so many people who struggle to come out in front of their parents. It's such a big, I mean, that's the first step, and it's the biggest step to take, and it's so difficult to take that step. And so many get married irrespective they belong to LGBTQ community. They have different partners, but they do get married into heterosexual society, keeping in mind this is what is being expected out of them. So the idea was to make a small, simple film where coming out was very difficult for a girl who was about to get married, couldn't say to the mother that she's a lesbian. And the one peg of her story was very simple. कि एक था राजा एक थी रानी होते हैं तो दो रानियां क्यों नहीं हो सकती हैं. So I mean, it was a very, very simple concept, and I mean, we played it in a very easy way, where we showed the woman coming out to the mother and mother accepting her with open arms and telling her that it is okay. I mean, I wish you would have told me, your happiness is more important. So I just wanted to give the hope to the audience that, I mean, take the first step. Take the step to come out to begin with. I mean, rest will follow. I mean, rest the fight and everything, that's a second thing to think about. And to begin with, just come out. That was
it's really important to give out positive messaging. I understand that. And especially for women who are more already subjugated by a patriarchal society, it's more complicated for them to come out and live their life that they want to. But yeah. I'm really happy that the mother in the film really is more accepting. You can't find so many accepting mothers in real life, yes. But at least your film offers hope. Shivankar, what made you make this particular film? And what has been your career graph before this?
So to be honest, actually, me and Shipra, we both have been working in television industry from almost 10, 12 years. And then we both left TV because we had done it for a long time. We said, no, let's, make some films for ourselves, rather than working for TV and all. But I tell you, the major step that took me to come to this film was just a year before another film of mine, which also got selected in Kashish, Silent Eyes, came. So when the movie got released, I told my father, I really worked hard on this film and it's such a beautiful film. I just want you to watch it. So the moment my father watched that film, he called me and he had 10,000 questions about this community. And the best part, I still remember my father telling me, कि तो मतलब it's like normal, ना? Like मेरे को लड़की पसंद है, तुझे लड़की पसंद है, इस लड़के को लड़का पसंद है. मैंने कहा, yeah. So, for me, that was a kick to understand, if one film can change my father, if we make more films on this subject, maybe we could bring a change in the society. So that was our first step. With me and Shipra decided when that film got released, and that film got a lot of, respect all over. So me and Shipra decided, we also need to come out and, tell people it's okay to be lesbian, it's okay to be a part of LGBT community. And then Shipra sat on the script for a really long time. And this is the only film I think we had changed the ending so many times. The earlier ending was the girl getting married and going, and the other girl just waiting, thinking, what if she would have accepted me? There were 4 or 5 different endings, and we couldn't find the right ending, what to do for the end. And then finally we decided, let her accept. Let the guy, husband also come in the end, accept it. Let the mother also come in the end, accept it. So, let's give it a happy ending instead of giving it a sad ending and again making a story which you at the end feel, what is this, why they are not being accepted. So it took us a lot of time to go through all of it, to go through all that fight to, what has to be the perfect ending. And then we finally made that film. And for our film, it's a journey from a kid to the senior, woman. The film starts with 2 kids talking, 2 6-year-old kids talking. What Shipra said, the line, why हमेशा एक राजा और एक रानी होती है, 2 रानियां क्यों नहीं है? And the mother doesn't know how to answer it. And then it's a day, they have grown up. So that was a journey we had to take. There were 4 different locations, so much of tamjam with that script. The ending is like both are into that wedding costume, which take hours to get ready as per I know. And we had to shoot that film in like 11 hours straight.
Wow.
We didn't have a second day. We didn't have anything. We just had that one day in which we had to complete all of that 4 different locations, 30 minutes of script. And we had to just run around like not looking, just complete, go to another location, do that scene, go to this location, do that scene, go to exterior, bring the first scene in which both of them are like 6-year-old. But it all came like in a very good way. The ending was perfect and it got so many awards, got selected with your Kashish, which was actually, as Sandeep also said, was my also dream, one of the dream that when my previous film got selected, which at that time I was the DOP of that film, I really told myself and Shipra, you know what, like I also need to make another film which gets selected in Kashish, which should be a part of Kashish, and bring changes. And to be honest, after that film got released, we got like some thousands and thousands of messages, comments, people telling, thank you for making this film. Now I also have the courage to come out to tell my mother. And I still remember one of the best comment was from a woman saying, I think my daughter is lesbian. I'm going to show this film to her. Maybe she comes out and accept the fact. So those messages really made a lot of difference. And those messages really told us, we did a good job with the film. We made the film, we released it and everything. So we were quite happy with the outcome of it.
Yeah, Silent Eyes was a great film with Renuka Shane and Palash Datta about a sister-brother bonding, and that really reached a lot of people. And we continue to show it. Even over the last year, we must have shown it at least 6-7 places, etc. So it's a very good film. Just to ask you, was it complicated for you people to find cast to cast the film, or since you already embedded in the television industry, it was easy for you to cast for the 2 women?
It wasn't that easy also, but it wasn't that difficult also, to be honest. It was like both, because since we have been TV, so we have that contact with a lot of actors, so it wasn't difficult to bring them on board. But to find them one mother role was a little challenging for us. A mother who's going to not just accepting it, crying it in the end, telling the daughter it's okay to be the whole thing, but also a mother, who can look 35 and also can look 55. Because it was 20 years of journey in one day. We are showing that film is like 20 years it's been passed by. So, but they all were very good. All of the actors were very comfortable. They know what they were doing and they wanted to be a part of LGBT community, wanted to help as much as they can. So I think it wasn't that difficult for us to get them on board and, make them do such film and, give the performances they give. It's like, I still remember, although I shot that film, made that film, and the first time the film got ready, I actually had my eyes were like wet when I saw the film in the end, and I told Shipra, man, I like, did we make it? This is, I can't believe that this is such a good film came out of and whoever had seen that film, we made a screening in our house, and the moment last scene comes and the mother hugs and the song starts playing, like I saw all 4 of them like just wet eyes, and they were like, after being working in that film, I was like, if you are crying, then I'm sure everybody, we have done our best.
Yeah, we have made the thing. Thank you. Ram, did you have any issues about casting for the 2 characters? They're really brilliant. The 2 actors, basically, they are so nuanced and so subtle. And then, did you have, are they theater actors? How did you find these 2 actors,
Casting was like really, really tough as it was like a zero production, and I just graduated from school, so no one believed in me most of all. But this guy, my main lead, Pranav, who plays the theater artist, actually he is like my school senior. My idea was just I will like cast somebody and they'll just play the role. I just want the movie to be finished with any cast. But this guy Pranav was like really, really excellent, and he did like amazing job. He did a lot of research before coming in. He was like my school senior, so I got him. And
he plays a Hindu character in the film, or Pranav plays a Hindu character, or the other person?
Actually, our idea in the film was no character has any particular religion. It's just like to be on a safer side.
Yeah.
So and the guy who has like long hair, he's like a school teacher. So he also was a big help, because while shooting, our crew was me. I took the video of the cinematography for the film, and Pranav and Goan, who are like the both actors. So it was just us 3 who was like shooting the film. So all of them like did really good job.
Wow, that's awesome. And Sandeepan, did you have trouble casting for your film? Did you my main question is, did you approach people from the community to play the part? One of the things which I think a lot of us miss out also is like, I mean, having queer people, playing queer people. I know it's not necessary, but did you even try something like that?
No, in this film, I didn't try it because of the concept of the film. Because the concept of the film are, the actor, the character which they are playing, the characters are not from
They're not gay. Yeah, correct.
So they are the so-called, we tell again, quote unquote, normal people. So they are moving, they are busy in their normal life, regular life. So I just approached actors. I didn't approach any actor from the community.
Sure.
Just because of the topic, to keep the topic intact so that they can understand the main emotions behind the topic, behind the entire film.
Right, but did the actors agree immediately, or did it have to take time? This is a kind of a different kind of film. Am I able to do this kind of thing? No.
I thought they will take big time. I never expected that this film will ever happen, because I told that from 2011 I have started making films when I was in the last year of my college, and but never I could make any film on this LGBTQ based topic. That's the reason, because I never could find any actors who can take it seriously. Nobody took it seriously. Some starts laughing about the topic. So I don't want to go in that mess. But for this topic, I never thought that they will ever accept. I just told them, and they are younger than me. So I just told them that I'm making this, I have written this kind of a story. So thinking to just cast you, both of you, will you be interested? I thought the answer will come, no, it's not possible, because there are some intimate scenes also in the film. But within half an hour, I just completed my dinner. I just wrote the message in WhatsApp and just sent them and just went for the dinner. And when I completed the dinner and I came back, I saw 2 successful messages.
Wow, you're lucky, totally.
Yeah,
you're really lucky.
I'm really lucky and privileged to have these 2 extraordinary talented guys in this film, because this film needed this.
Yeah. So Akshay, like, I mean, you have found a big talent in Purti, of course. She won the Filmfare Award for this particular film, The First Wedding, correct? Congratulations, Purti, for winning for this particular film, and we're really happy to have a Kashish film winning the Filmfare Award. Congratulations on that. So, one of the things is, like, I mean, did you ever look for another person apart from Purti, or Purti was your first choice and only choice? No?
Yeah, first and only choice. I mean,
and you worked before in other projects, both of you.
Yeah. Just a few months before this, also we made a very 3-minute short film where we worked together. And this was just like right. I think a couple of months before we shot this film. So there was no doubt in my head who I sort of wrote with Purti in mind itself, like the role, and then I approached the other actor. So Purti was always there in my head when I was writing.
And how was it winning the Filmfare Award? You must have been really super. I saw, but I didn't see you holding the trophy. I saw Akshay holding the trophy, the rickshaw. Why so?
No, all the excitement came out during the ceremony there. So then she was resting. So that was the time I was holding the trophy. Yeah.
So how did you feel about it, Purti?
Yeah, the trophy is his. The idea is his. I did everything according to his instructions. If I was comfortable doing a particular thing, it's all because of his directions. Everything that I did was because of him. So it's his award. Just came to me because I was the instrument delivering the instructions that he was giving. So,
well, that's really humble of you to say that, but you are the star of the show. But thank you for making this particular film. Shipra, over to you. Like, basically, you also produce a film. So what has been the reaction? You already shown it, as Shivanka seemed to have said, you already shown it at a couple of festivals already or something?
Yeah, we have actually. We have won some. I can't remember anymore now. How many awards we have won, Shivankar? Can you take this one?
29.
What? For this film already?
Yeah.
Yes.
Seriously? Oh, wow. I didn't even know that. I should read up on this. Okay.
So we are really, really happy. And we have actually made 4 more movies on the same LGBT community, because we put our movie on our YouTube channel called Content Ka Keeda. And when we posted this movie, it has already hit more than 1 million views. But the comments were a lot about, it's not so easy. Mothers don't accept so easily. It doesn't happen so easily the way it was shown in the movie. So we made sure that we're going to make more and more movies on the same subject.
So, but like, I didn't know that. That's a brilliant. Like, I really need to kind of write up on this, particularly the awards which your films have won per se. So I'm going to ask more information later. In the meanwhile, I'm going to ask Akshay the same question. What is your one advice if people want to make LGBTQ focused films? What is your advice?
I think it's more about like making the films. You don't, in terms of just making any kind of films. I think you should just go out and make films, whatever kind of films that you want to make. I have always made almost low budget and no budget films. So that's the kind of films that I've also made, and that's the kind of films that I am comfortable doing. So my advice would be just gather whoever your friends and family who can act, who can handle a camera, and just make films. Yeah.
But like one of the questions would be like, I mean, is it important to basically, if you're making films on the LGBTQ community, because there's not so much of representation yet, you know, do you think it's important to meet the community members and or do more research for an understanding? Shivankar or Shipra, you want to say anything about that?
Yeah, I mean, I really think that we need to talk more to more people about, you know, in the community, to ask what kind of problems they actually go through, so that we can make more similar subject-oriented films for them. Like our Love Knows No Gender came out only because I actually saw a friend of mine struggling to come out in front of her parents. And every time I told her, why don't you try? And she said, she won't understand. But I was like, you have not asked her, so she won't understand. So it was just so given that they won't understand. But I guess we need to, I mean, for anything in your life that you want, sometimes you need to really, you know, continuously make your parents understand for years and years for them to really accept you, which is for many things in life. So, but yeah, I think we should meet and we should do more research, so we know, coming straight from the horse's mouth, that what really they are going through, so that we can portray it rightly as filmmakers.
Okay. Just before I go back to Ram, Neeraj, you have been very quiet. Sorry, I've not been able to ask you any questions. So basically the thing is like, I mean, what is your future projects looking like? What are you working on? Are you working on more short films or feature films or documentaries?
Yeah. So me and Ram and I are working on another project. So currently, which is going on. We just finished another.
You're not supposed to reveal it yet. No.
Yeah. Pretty confidential, I think. So we just finished shooting it. So the post production and all the processes just got started. So that's going on. So yeah, we've got a bunch of projects lined up in terms of the future project.
Awesome. So Ram, like I'm going to rephrase my question, which I asked you earlier. So what is your advice to young filmmakers making films on any subject? So what's your word for them, you know, because you're the youngest filmmaker, I'm asking you that question.
So I'm like quite a selfish artist. I mostly make films so that I can get enriched by making films. So while making Sivanu Mohini, I had these basic 2 ideas, but my idea was also to understand the concept of pride, like how pride plays an important role in everything. So my advice would be to make personal films, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's a good advice per se, to make personal films. I really think when you make films from your heart, personal films does not mean personal stories of your own story per se, but stories which come from your heart, from your mind, which you want to tell the way you want to tell. That's what I would imagine Ram is saying. So I really think it's important, and all of you have done the same thing with your own films. So thank you for sharing your films with Kashish, and we really wish that it goes a long way. And Kashish will definitely help in promoting the films, all the Indian films per se, to festivals around the world, which has been doing for many years now. And thank you for joining this particular conversation.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And whoever is watching this particular Q&A, please, if you have any questions for any of the directors or the other participants in the Q&A, please put in the comment box here and I'll make sure they see that and respond. And there's still 2 more weekends of Kashish still pending. So if you have not bought your pass, you're going to miss out on a huge thing. We are showing 221 films from 53 countries. That's a whole lot. And there's still 2 more weekends to go. So if you have not bought your pass, go to mumbaiquefas.com and get your full festival pass or 2 weekend passes, acceptance weekends and Pride weekend. So please register to watch the beautiful films. And also not just Indian Masala Mix 1, but Indian Masala Mix 2, and so many other Indian films and films from all over the world. So thank you so much, all of you, for participating in this Q&A.
Thank you.